Well, folks, tonight my plan is going to be to get a cam, springs, all installed into this motor, which is going to be my new motor for my Model A. So, yeah. I've heard it run before, so I know that one's good. So, basically I'm blindly going to stick my, I think they call it like a sloppy stage 2, if that's right. That's the cam I'm going to throw in there. And I got some springs to go with it. So first things first, I got to drain the oil. I'll do the valve springs, and then I'll probably like flip the motor over because I'm going to have to change the oil pan. Whether I do it right away or not, I'm not sure. But I'm going to flip it over. That way I can do the lifters, like I can do the cam without, you know, disturbing the lifters and all that jazz. So yeah, it's not anything fancy, but I'm gonna mash through that really quick, get that out of the way. That way we can get this transmission onto it, get that stuff off. I have another flywheel, so I'll use that flywheel, but I do need to get the clutch and stuff out of here. Bummer. Okay. But we'll get all our stuff and we'll get that thing all in there and ready to rock. That reminds me, I'm gonna need another flywheel. I want to put a manual in this truck, so I need a flywheel for that. I have one, two, yeah, I need to get a flywheel and another clutch. All right, cool. Got this figured out. Well, folks, today Ryder's coming out and he's going to give me a hand. We're going to go put that motor into my Model A. So I'm going to take that 5.3 off the floor and smash it into the Model A. See if it works. Well, we thrashed on here, got everything in as much as we can do right now. So everything is wired, good to go. Other than I have a different water pump on here because my other one went bad. So yeah, I have to either make this does not sit in the right realm because I need this to clock down. So I think tomorrow I'm going to modify this thing so that I can use it with our radiator. That'd be kind of ideal. Yeah, I think there's just that. This silly throttle cable I got to deal with, but it kind of deburred itself out of there, so I can't get it into its loom. And I need to get some oil and some antifreeze tomorrow, so I can't start it till I do that. I'm going to have to make a new drive shaft yet. Ryder helped me get the slave cylinder in, but I have not bled it, so there's the joys of that happening yet. But yeah, we're going to get there. Going to be tomorrow's plan. You can kind of see a light idea roughly of what I'm thinking for paint, but I don't know. I'm not fully sold on it yet. That is tomorrow's plan. So hopefully tomorrow we get to fire that thing up and well, it should be honky-gory as in my hopes. Should be better than the other one. Well, today we picked up some oil. Got a little bit of antifreeze, but I know I have some more up there. Waiting for a buddy to show up. That's why this spot's empty. He needs to borrow my hoist for a bit. But the plan is to see if we get the Model A fired up. I want to do that. I got to get the clutch slave cylinder bled. If buddy's here, probably get him to give me a hand bleeding the brakes properly one last time. I keep saying I'm going to do that. I haven't done it. But yeah, you know, I didn't put this one on the main channel mostly because I know folks are just, I don't know, putting a motor in. Well, you know, it is what it is, but we'll figure this out. Pretty dang close though. So I have to still modify that filler neck. I didn't have another water pump, or do I? I think I have. Nope, I stole that water pump off that motor. I'm gonna check my shed, see if I actually have another water pump. The one that was originally on there was actually bad and it was leaking. So, and this one, whatever, they got rubber gaskets, so it's pretty easy to deal with. But I'm gonna quickly run and check in the shed, see if that got. Well, I do have two water pumps. This one I have tapped for a temperature sender. So I won't use that because I've already got that covered. And I believe this is the right water neck that I need, so I don't know. We'll give this one a shot. Those are the only two choices that I have lying around here. Mint. Parts harder for the win. All right, radiator's back in, water pump's on. I don't know. I'm probably gonna run water one more time because I don't know anything about the water pump, so it's not new. Next, I gotta try to deburr this so I can get the throttle on here, which kind of sucks. It was completely in the way, so it's causing me grief. But yeah, the edge kind of all deburred itself, so I can't get it to slide into the end on here, which equals a lot of pokey fingers trying to get it in there. So I'm not a big fan of steel braided stuff. Then we'll be able to get the throttle on. And what is next? Put oil in the motor. I got to put some oil in transmission too, put the lid on that. And then I guess I can't do much for the clutch. I did pick up some fuel. So I guess worst case, we start it and just see what it does here. By no means will that mean that it's ready to rock here, because we still got, I got to make a new drive shaft because the one doesn't work. I don't know if the tune's right because I still got the computer from the 6 liter, so guaranteed not right, but whatever. Should be good for a startup. For my next feat, got this all set up. We have lost oil. That I read, these Borg Warners are supposed to take ATF. So, dang it. We're not painting the floor there well, are we? I lost a bunch, so I am just blindly going to dump. I did put the yoke in, right? Yes. I'm going to blindly put about 1 liter in, and I'll just dump out whatever. I mean, it was red. I don't know if it was synchro mesh. I don't really know what, you know. I may swap this out yet. We'll see. But for now, at least it's not empty. Anyways, we got to put that boot back on. So I'm going to spooge a bit of RTV on it because I don't have the rubber boot. So this is better than nothing on there. A little of that goes a long way. If I am correct, these are the bolts. We're going to have to pull this off and actually orient this thing better because it's like really screwed up. And now after I've clocked it, everything's sitting on the wrong side of the car. Perfect. Now let's fix that fuel line underneath there. That's always giving me grief. Well, I have this. No, don't mind the light here. Do that. I have this drive shaft that a buddy gave me. I guess it was like professionally made, but it's way too long. That said, the yoke is still wrong. I need one with inside clips, I guess, to stay into there. Anywho, over on this front, I have this fitting, which I'm going to pull out very shortly here. Give me some light. You can see it dripping up there. And it's like, no matter what I do, I cannot get it to stop leaking. So, I don't know. I'm going to pull it off. I think it's wrong, but the kit came with O-rings to go in there. So, I'm going to pull it off, try to put an O-ring in there. I don't really know. It's like this never-ending problem with that particular fitting. So, I don't know if that fitting's bad or what, but it's not leaking on the floor. So, I'm kind of thinking we're out of fuel. So, that was my chance to do it. I should somehow put a darn tap into here, but I don't have it. The other thing I'll have to change yet too, somebody mentioned that they make bulkheads. I have my lines going through. They do make a bulkhead, but I don't know if I want to do that because that just adds more of these stupid unions that are probably going to leak on me. So I'm a little mixed on it. Now I know I tightened the doors out of this thing, so I don't know. Apparently there's still some fuel. Dang it. Well, so far it looks good. It doesn't look like it's leaking or dripping. I hosed it all down and never mind, it's still leaking. Golly. Now it's leaking like off of this thing. I don't have a clue. This thing drives me nuts. So now it's leaking out of that fitting. This is good. This one's bad. Awesome. All right, well, I guess the quest continues to try to get this leak out of the way. Anyways, here's the drive shafts I'm working on. Unfortunately, I have to cut this one out. It's a decent sized drive shaft, but anyway, we've got to go here. Came with a set of cups, like it's got a U-joint that does fit, so that part's good. I just need to make this one about 1.5 inches longer. It sucks. Completely sucks, but whatever. Is what it is. So all I'm going to do is, kind of take this, reverse it. Like I'll measure this. I know what this is, and I just got to make sure it's 1 inch and so longer, everything's said and done than here. I don't know. I'll do my little math. We'll do the cut, and then I guess we can smash it in. Then at least I'll have the right drive shaft in. That'll be good. Like I could put the U-joints on this drive shaft, but I feel like it's too short anyways. You can get a longer yoke, but I'm pretty sure that thing's going to vibrate, like going to put a lot of strain on the back yoke. So whatever, it is what it is. So I'm going to put this thing, cut it down, put it in here, and then it'll be like a done deal. I will then have to start working on the bleeding of the clutch, get that going. And then we do have to like tidy up wires and things so they don't burn on stuff. That'll be next on the slate, but that's not important right now. I basically would really love it if I could get this thing just to drive on its own power out of the shop. I know the kid wants to paint a truck over on this side, so I'd like it to actually drive out by itself. Would be really cool. But I'm going to continue struggling with this stupid thing and try to figure out why it hates me. And then, well, yuck. I don't know. I'm definitely not a fan of AN. I don't know why this is hard. It's just a compression fitting. It shouldn't be leaking like that, but it does. For me, it does for some reason. Darn it, it is still the wrong U-joint. Gosh darn it. Well, yesterday my buddy came out. We just ended up hanging out, didn't get anything done. So I got myself a U-joint. So now I'm putting in the right drive shaft, which is cool. So I'm just setting this up. And then I'm going to move on to attempting to bleed the brakes by myself. We'll see how that goes. And my clutch. So once I get this in, we'll move on. I'm going to try to do the same way I did it before, which is going to attach to my lower bleeder. I'm going to forcefully go up, and hopefully my clutch bleeds. That's the plan. All right, here's the plan. I bought an adapter to go on the master cylinder, and it was actually cheaper buying the whole darn thing with that. I don't need this. I have the pressure one, so I took the end off of it. And what I'm going to do is just attach it here with the lightest of pressure and go upstairs. And okay, I don't know now. I gotta just pump this up till we make a bit of pressure. Hopefully I do enough that I don't pop this off. You don't need a lot of pressure. All right, well, we got 10, is that PSI? 10 PSI. And it seems to be snugging on there pretty good. So now I just crack this. I don't know if I like that because it's kind of dripping right there yet. I feel like it's going to push air in there. What is my other options? What are my other options? I'm just trying to keep an eye on this, that it doesn't overflow and spill brake fluid all over everything. Which, given my normal luck, should happen, but that's why we haven't painted it yet. All right, well, I don't know how my clutch works, but the whole bleeding process actually worked out so much better. Yeah, my clutch is like right there. Whether it works or not, I don't know, but this is so much more manageable than that compressed air unit. Anyways, this thing just buttoned on the top, you open the valve. I went underneath, I cracked the bleeder down here, and, you know, just caught it. You just kept letting it run, let it run, let it run. Then a whole bunch of air came out, and then cool. It was good. Made a bit of a mess. This is my first endeavor trying to force it up, but the opposite worked super well. So I'm actually just going to do my brakes really quick because I have an adapter to do that now. The kit that I bought originally had a plastic lid thing, and it didn't work for nothing. So that's why I bought that other bleeder, because it has this nice heavy aluminum lid, so you can actually torque this down and keep the fluid in the master. So now the question will be if this fits on it, because this needs to go on top of this thing, and I need to somehow clamp it down. So I'm going to lower the car, see if that's a doable thing. Hopefully. I know some folks just use those power bleeders that, what do you call it? That work under like the vacuum side. I never have much luck with that. I always feel it sucks air through the bleed screw and turns into a problem. Anywho, I'm happy that my fuel line's not leaking, so that seems to fix it. For how long, I don't know. But we're gonna go see now if I can get that thing to fit on top. It's definitely not looking good from where I'm at. That one's supposed to go there. That one goes back there. This whole thing comes off, and then this should go on top, and then therefore I should be able to run some wires around and clamp the doors out of that thing. This to me is not looking good. No. There's just no way I can get my hands in there to do everything. Supposed to get a washer under that. Now that's stuck. Good time. Yeah, this will really test your patience. In fact, I built this with no room to do anything. Golly. I basically built myself a modern car here with all the same troubles. Oh. Hey, you're just here to test my patience. Very cool. Very cool. Thanks for that. Okay. Nope. My goodness. I don't think I can do this. Like, to physically get my hands in
No, this is just testing my patience way too much. Nope, nope, not happening. Definitely just gonna get somebody to help me down the road here. We do have some kind of brakes, not a big deal. Can't do anything zany anyways, I don't have my steering hooked up right. But let's see if it starts. That's our venture, our goal. Couple quick checks. I still have no coolant in it. I'm thinking I'm gonna put some water in it because I don't know. That water pump is unknown, so. I think I have everything plugged in as it should. Okay. Time to tell. We definitely have the wrong tune on here because this is, get their fuel system prime. Trying to make sure nothing is leaking. Oh, we got a huge leak. Looks like right here. Why? Why do we have a leak there? Where is this leaking from? Dang it. Our feed line coming in. Gosh darn it. Stupid fittings. Why? I didn't even loosen that. Well, I'm not going to fire it because I definitely don't want that. That's like leaked all over the exhaust and stuff. But we'll cycle it again. See if it holds pressure for a bit. Make sure it doesn't leak. That's nuts. Well, something totally gave up the ghost here. This thing's just a complete fire hazard now. Why? What on earth? I don't get it. I didn't even do anything with that. Oh, somebody school me why I suck with AN. I love straight GM fittings. They work. All right. I don't know what happened. They make like this AN fitting goes, screws in. It's designed to swivel. And because it swivels, it lets fuel just spray out of there, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I had another one. I put it in. It doesn't leak. So I guess it's fixed. I don't know. It's kind of scary considering it's in this vicinity, which is like, right by a hot exhaust, spark plug wires, stuff like that. Not very cool, honestly. But we just have an oil, like I got to let it air out. So I'm going to lift it up, let it air out. I guess in the meantime, I'll throw some water in it. I may as well just do that for now. I think in the big picture, what I want to do is actually, I'd like to take it out. Well, hopefully I got to hear it run. We got to start there. If everything's good, I'm going to take it out and then I'll swing it around and I'll end up parking it over in this spot, like somehow. It'll sit beside Rolly's car and then I can kind of slowly pick away at the interior stuff in it, like in videos to come, I guess. Right now, I'm still having fun on the Ford, so you're going to have to stick through a bunch of those videos yet. Anyways, yeah, I guess I'm just going to let this thing air dry out for a while here before I even make an attempt. I did kick the starter, so it holds pressure. It's not leaking and spraying everywhere, so that's cool, I guess. Well, I kind of hosed everything off, aired it out, run our pump. Oh, that sounds good. Awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Right on. Right on. Well, what do we do now? My water pump leaked a little bit, but that was like the gasket. So I'm going to let it just sit. We'll try to figure that out. But I'm comfortable. I can just throw my hood on for now, and we'll kind of loom my wire out of my headlight wiring. We'll kind of just loom and throw it over for now. All right. Well, I guess we'll throw it outside. A little tricky without my seat being bolted down. Hard without a tune to do anything. Ah, well, we tried. Very cool. Well, the tune is, well, there is no tune, so it's basically not enjoying itself. But I'm super happy. We got that thing all back together. Runs great. Oil pressure's good. It's not noisy. Win. So, I don't know when. I'm still having fun with the Model A, like the F1 there, or the Mercury. So, I'm playing with that for a little bit, but we're probably gonna, after the holidays here, kind of start messing with the interior. I think start doing some stuff with that. I'm waiting on Ray for the top, but I have to still reach out to him and see when he can do that and mess around with it. But well, folks, I think that is where we are going to leave this one. And on that note, I want to wish everybody Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. I don't know, whatever your thing is. And we will catch you on the next one. Later.